Merry Meet, and welcome to the general reading for all signs for today, the 23rd of January, 2023. Moderating today, we are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating on YouTube is the lovely Heather, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Jennifer. I think we are streaming okay. Okay, good. And let's see. This, like I said, is a general reading for all signs for today, the 23rd of January, 2024. I'm reading with the Medieval Tarot. And let's purify with this Vervain by L'Occitane, my favorite commercial Van. 3 sprays in this room is more than sufficient. You can find links to purchase those products in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. This is an odd tint on my... Well, we're just going to leave it for now. I think I have a filter on my... Whatever, Ariel, just get the reading started. Nobody cares about your filter. So... what was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, this is a general reading for all signs, so it goes out to a lot of people. If for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you personally, doesn't make sense, don't force it. It's probably not meant for you. In that case, check out the zodiacal readings for your individual sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign, and you can find all of the most recent restreams of our readings on my website, arielscorner.com. arielscorner.com. Just click on the free online tarot readings link right in the main menu. If you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure you follow us on Twitch. You can watch on Twitch without ads when you subscribe to us there. And if you have an Amazon Prime membership, you do get 1 free subscription to Twitch. If you do watch us on YouTube and you don't feel like watching me shuffle each time, you can always use the timestamps in the video description to fast forward through this if you're on a restream. Obviously, if you're watching live, you can't do that. Not yet. The technology's not yet there for that. Let's see. We have a shop at arielscornershop.com. arielscornershop.com. We make a small commission off of each and every sale. It's just an easy way to support the channel. You can also support us with a donation. Our PayPal portal is paypal.me/ArielGatoga, paypal.me/ArielGatoga. Or if you're on YouTube, you could just use the super sticker, super chat, or super thanks if you feel like giving a donation. And this is a nicely shuffled deck, so let's give it a clean cut and see what's in the cards for everybody today, the 23rd of January, 2024. Starting out with a Knight of Cups, followed by a 6 of Cups, and then a 5 of Cups. Very cuppy. Super cup. All right, so it's an interesting way of looking at things. You could see the left as past and the right as future, but I don't see it that way so much. It's more like this is where you've been, and this is what you're facing. This is where you seem to be heading. Now, where you've been is getting helped and listening to your intuition and really doing well, understanding that you have within you all that you need to find out anything that you need to find out about any situation where you're headed by just getting quiet and silent and learning to listen from within. And it seems like many of you have been doing that in one way or another and really working with that intuitive faculty. And as a result of it, many of you have discovered that there's another option for you than the so-called cards that you've been dealt with. The so-called cards that you've been dealt in this life. You can look to a higher power and ask that the divine design of your life be manifest. And that's what the solar light card is. So a lot of you are working in that kind of a framework of being intuitively guided and looking to a higher power to do for you what you cannot do for yourself. What the ego mind does with that is try to convince you that that's a depressing way to live. The ego mind wants you to think, oh, that's not good. You don't want to give up your free will. You have to come up with everything yourself. You have to have the ideas. It's all about you, and you want your freedom, don't you? And that's a very misguided way of thinking, because this is ultimate freedom. You have the freedom to release yourself from the chains of the ego thinking and really open up to what your soul's journey is here. really open up to the bigger sort of manifestation of why you came. Somebody was asking me that the other day. Why did I come? I don't understand why I came. Why would I want to come here? And the idea of that from an ego point of view is you came here to suffer. You came here to pay karma. You came here to do that kind of thing. From the soul's point of view, you came here to shine. You came here to be a beacon of light and to help as many people as you could come in contact with, right? And then we forget all of those goals of our soul, as a result of the anesthesia of this life, and we start to listen instead to those ego thoughts telling us that that we have a very limited amount of power, and we have to really focus ourselves right. We have to manipulate ourselves through the world and all of that kind of stuff. So it's a real dichotomy here, and it's a wonderful one to just listen to. You're already doing everything right. When the ego mind starts to tell you, "Ooh, you don't want to live like that," question that. Question that, because you're doing so well. You don't want to go back. You don't want to go back to the old way of living, because you want to be living in your soul's reality, where you're doing what you came here to do, rather than living this sort of measly existence that the ego wants you to live, and trying to convince you that that's a lot better than the soul's journey. So one thing that's indicated here by the 6 is perhaps if you're inspired to do so, to maybe listen to one of those solar light meditations that I have, to learn how to align with that power that does know what the divine design of your life is, so that you can work within the divine design and really go from magic to magic, miracle to miracle, success to success, rather than having the volatile experience of the mortal world, of constantly going from depression to relief, to fighting to relief, to conflict to relief. Instead, this solar light wants you to continue living on a higher vibration, where that volatility doesn't really affect you anymore. So listening to that solar light, recognizing that you're already doing it. You're already doing so well. Don't let those ego thoughts tempt you into giving that up and going back to another way of being. I don't think it will, but boy, it can be annoying, to say the least. Oh, you know what? Let me shuffle and cut one more time. I don't think I was doing my job. See what happens on Tuesdays. I have that whole day off on Monday, so I get nice and rested, but I get out of my routine, and it's as if I've never done this before. Like, what is this now? What are these cards? Okay, 3 of coins, Hanged Man, and the Tower. Nice. This is what we're talking about. We love the Tower. We want the Tower. The Tower is our friend, especially when it's on top of this depressive egoic state, this 5 of Cups. All right, another way of looking at what we were just talking about is, as you do your will, your soul's will, as you do listen to that intuition, as you do call upon that solar light, as you do live as your soul, a few things happen. One thing is practical concerns get taken care of. Financial concerns get taken care of. Health concerns get taken care of. Maybe not exactly in the way that you thought that they should, but you are cared for. Things work out. There's practical benefit in working with your higher self, your soul's journey, the divine design of your life. Very practical. So a lot of the things that you've been working on, and that includes financially, really are starting to manifest, really coming about for you. And so that's wonderful. But again, what does the ego want to do? The ego wants to sacrifice. It wants you to think that sacrifice is the way to be. So it wants you to say, no, you see that tree up there? If you could only hang from that for a while and prove to the world how hard you've worked and how bad it's been and how much suffering you've gone through, that's how you get what you want in this world. Not by thinking along the lines of your soul's will of the divine design of your life, of your soul's journey, the way that you get brownie points in this world is to prove how much you've suffered and how much you've sacrificed. And that's what's important, and that's what you need to be aware of, and hopefully everybody else will see that too, and then you'll be happy. Okay, we know how that works out, right? So when the ego has you on this tree like this, it's important that you understand that the ego's way of seeing things is upside down. It's the opposite of the truth. You can pretty much just go the opposite of what the ego's telling you, and you'll get an inkling of what the truth is. The truth is that you are not hanging from a tree. You are standing on one foot, and you've got to put the other foot down. You've got to have the solidity of the foundation of your convictions and say no. Use your sacred power of no to say no to the things which are trying to pull you back away from all of the beautiful success that you are starting to exhibit. The beautiful success that you are starting to exhibit. Spiritual success. Spiritual success is so all-encompassing, and you're doing so well. Don't buy it. Don't buy this idea that your sacrifices and your pain and your suffering is what it's all about. That's not true. Put your foot down and say, no, enough of this. No more of that. What you want instead of that is you want to blow the whole thing up. Not you personally, but let infinite intelligence blow the whole thing up for you. Blow everything up. Get ready. Let it just level that sucker. Level everything. Because the only thing that can be destroyed are the structures in your life which are tying you to those depressions, tying you to those conflicts, to the misery, and all of the distractions from all the great stuff that you're doing right now. And you are doing great stuff. You really are. You're doing really well. So that's very frequently when the ego pops its sweet little head up is when we're doing well, because it's like, okay, none of that doing well stuff. Let's squash this. So what you want to do is allow that infinite intelligence, that bolt of lightning from above, to come in and destroy those structures which are trying to distract you. And you don't even have to know what they are. You can, but you don't have to know what they are. Just know that when the more success that you have, spiritually speaking, which includes worldly success, by the way, but it includes it in a way that's good for you rather than not good for you. Some people's idea of worldly success is not good for them. But when you have spiritual success, then the things in the world also work out for you, but they're working out for you because it's a reflection of a higher success that's going on. But as that's happening, frequently what needs to happen is things need to come up to the surface that are not yet healed, that are still a problem or a potential problem for you, so that you don't run into those issues and cause yourself more delay. So let stuff come up and let it be destroyed. If you get depressed, let it come up and let it be destroyed. If you get upset, let it come up and let it be destroyed. If you've got fears, let them come up and let them be destroyed. So we've got 2 meditations that you may want to listen to. One is for this Hanged Man card, and it's called Using Your Sacred Power of No. And then there's one for this Tower meditation that you may want to listen to, and it's called Letting Go of What is Worn Out. So those are great meditations. You can find the tarot meditations by following the link in the video description of this video and every other tarot reading video I have. You're doing great. Look forward to this Tower experience. It's happening today, and you want it. It's not a bad, scary thing. It's a yay thing. Get the popcorn, watch those ego structures explode and topple, and get ready to have joy and happiness in their place. You're doing so well. All right, thank you for being here, and thank you to the amazing moderators. It looks like we had Honey Paw, Shirley, and Jennifer. I'm sorry, Shirley, I missed you there. So Shirley was also on YouTube. And we will see everybody tomorrow for another general reading. Blessed be.